to another episode of Nerd Portal, where we teleport you guys into the world of pop culture and current events. I'm Cierra Caballero.
And I'm Braeden Langlois.
Well, here at PNTV, we know we've been on hiatus for a while, but we have set up a home forever here at the NTTV studio. And don't worry, guys, Alex Thompson is still with us, but he is hosting a new show called Classic Game Fan with Christian Mason. So your favorite dudes are still there, they're still doing some stuff, and the show will be premiering soon. But let's get back into the regular programming.
All right, so I'm here instead, so let's talk Spider-Man.
Until I fire you.
Until I'm fired. But for now, Spider-Man. So the new game came out on the PS4 earlier on this month, September.
Oh, yeah.
And right out of the gate, fantastic. Because the first thing you do when you open it up, you can select, when you're first starting, selecting difficulty like you do with most games. And such a little detail, you can be friendly, amazing, or spectacular. Which that's harkening back to the comics,
yes.
like your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, the amazing Spider-Man, spectacular Spider-Man. And so just like a little thing like that is so nostalgic for me, because I'm a huge comic nerd, and seeing that right out of the gate, I was like, this game's gonna be fantastic.
And already, like, being able to swing through the city and being able to like drop in on people and not die.
And you can, the map is enormous.
Yes.
But you can also get across it really quickly if you know what you're doing. Web swinging is so satisfying in the game, and the combat is so incredible in the way it encourages you to be creative.
Yes.
While as much as I like the Batman Arkham series, there is pretty one level where you can almost go through an entire fight pressing the same button, countering. Yeah. But this, you have to be creative, and there's a lot of more varied types of villains you have to fight, and then the boss fights are fantastic and extremely challenging.
Yeah, and if you read the comics, or if you've, or if you've seen the films or anything like that, there's going to be a lot of, mostly for the comic fans, but there's a lot of villains in there that you're like, oh my God, they have this guy.
Yeah, there's a lot of like little twists and turns to it, and lots of, there are so many characters, because really Spider-Man has such a rich history. He's one of honestly one of the best characters Marvel has, and there's Miles Morales in this, who's increasing in popularity recently as a Spider-Man character, and it's Jefferson Pierce. There's some new characters too as well. We do get a lot of the dynamic between Mary Jane Watson and Peter Parker, and they're one of the best power couples in all of like comics history, and so seeing them interact so well is great. And the voice acting is phenomenal.
It's fantastic.
It's all just, it comes together so well.
But you don't get to just play Spider-Man. I think you also get to play a little bit of Mary Jane.
Yes, you do play as not only Spider-Man, but you play as Peter Parker, who, spoiler alert, is Spider-Man.
Whoa.
For those of you who didn't know.
Shocker.
Shocker, that's a Spider-Man villain.
Spider-Man pun, I thought I'd slide that in there.
You do get to play as Mary Jane and also as Miles Morales throughout the game. Yeah. And all the gameplay is unique and is kind of characterized to the specific character, which is also really great. Mary Jane's very intuitive, and she's got some like little gadgets she uses, or little ways to distract bad guys. There's a mission where she's just getting the attention of bad guys for Spider-Man to come and snag them up. Or you get to play as Miles Morales, who's also uniquely different. He's got a different personality. He walks different. He crouches different. Every character is unique. Not only that you play as, but that you view while playing. Which
just adds like an extra level to the experience. Also, you do get to unlock a lot of different suits. So if you haven't played the game yet, just be prepared to go.
There is, I think there's around 20 suits. Yep. If I remember right, and more to come with the DLCs that are coming out.
I'm excited for the DLCs.
I am very excited for the DLCs.
I'm really curious to know what they're going to add.
So the first one revolves around Black Cat, and there are throughout the main game there are teases to like Black Cat. You don't actually see her get to interact. Yeah. There's like little side missions that you do.
I think you can see a few little hints on the map.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. But the first DLC is dedicated to the actual character Felicia Hardy, the Black Cat. As of right now, no other DLCs have been announced or what they're planning on. But I'm very excited. Again, Spider-Man's such a rich history, so many villains and characters to introduce. I'm very excited. Honestly, I wouldn't mind if they skipped the DLCs and just made a second game already.
Just do it already. I'm fine with that.
I'd be fine jumping into a second game already.
Well, speaking of Spider-Man, do you think, we got the film coming, the new film coming soon, right?
Yes, the second Spider-Man with Tom Holland.
Tom
Spider-Man
Holland.
Far From Home.
Far From Home. I wonder, because Marvel kind of had a big hand in the game this time around, I'm wondering
that's going to influence
if that's
the movie.
going to influence the movie at all.
I don't know if it's going to influence the movie, but it already has influenced the comics.
It definitely influenced the comics.
So in the sense, there's a new Spider-Man event coming out in the comics soon called Spider-Geddon. They've done Edge of Spider-Verse stuff like that before, but it's Spider-Geddon. And one of the alternate Earth versions of Spider-Man is the one that we see in the new game. So he's got the costume you've been seeing with the big white spider emblem. So yeah, he's already transitioned his way to the comics. Very
the universe is
by
just
fans. Yeah, it's constantly expanding.
Constantly expanding.
Just like in real life. Everything's expanding.
Just expanding. Well, we also have the DC streaming service.
Yes,
right?
the new DC
More
streaming service. The
superheroes.
other side of the train tracks,
Yep.
DC. Yeah, switching over. So DC just launched their new streaming service. Marvel's planning to, but DC beat them to it. And so with that, they're not only showing a bunch of their old animated films and stuff like that and putting their old movies on the service, but it's also the hub for lots of new series. One, most notably, is the new season of Young Justice, season 3, Outsiders. Very, very excited for that. It's been a long wait. They're also launching a bunch of new live-action TV shows. Their flagship title is Titans.
Yes.
Starring Brendan Thwaites. I believe that's how you say his last name.
I think so.
as Robin.
Which is exciting.
Or Nightwing. We'll have to see. It stars, so there's Robin, Raven, Starfire, Beast Boy, as of now, that are confirmed as the Titans lineup. There has been a confirmed appearance of Jason Todd as Robin.
Exciting.
Yes, he's first live-action version of Jason Todd. There is apparently going to be a appearance by Batman, who is playing him, and the actual costume has yet to be shown.
We don't know,
but we'll see.
I think that's something we'll be surprised by. But,
absolutely.
Yeah, I really hope. I mean, it makes me wonder. I mean, I know that they're going to be, those are kind of the more original things, and I'm just curious to see what other original series they're going to do, or if they're going to do any original films, much like Netflix does.
See, as far as I can see, no films, but there are some other TV lineups that they're doing. Include Swamp Thing, which is a very interesting character.
I'm really
very
excited.
Great. Yes, very underutilized and unknown character. Stargirl. Is getting a series. I believe they just cast her, if I'm not mistaken.
I forgot who's.
And then I think there might be a Harley Quinn one in the works as well.
Winkadoo, wink.
Yes, I'd be excited to see that.
Okay, so the last thing.
The last thing.
It does deal with heroes, essentially. So we got the Avatar. The last Avatar, The Last Airbender, a new series coming to Netflix.
Yes.
Did you see something?
No, I don't see anything.
I mean, it's not as bad as at least you don't have to censor this one, so.
That's also true.
Yeah.
But the big thing with this coming to Netflix is that it's a live action series. And the last live action iteration.
We don't talk about that. Well, but we have to talk about it for the sake of
M. Night Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan. Look here.
He's making a comeback.
No.
But this was in his decade or so of bad movies that he was making. Wasn't that around the time Devil came out and Lady in the Water and all of that? I didn't like Lady in the Water. I did not either.
I didn't watch it because I was bored.
Yeah. I don't know what he was thinking around that time period. But I'm cautiously optimistic for this.
Cautiously optimistic. But I don't think M. Night's going to obviously has no hand in this.
I don't think he's going to be anywhere near it.
I'm really excited to see the casting for it. I mean, they already had a picture from it.
Yes, some concept art.
Appa.
Yes,
I love
one of my favorite characters.
He's my favorite. And I just really hope they get it right as far as
I think the biggest thing I think the biggest thing for the fans, especially, is seeing a great cast, which we didn't really get with the movie.
It definitely needs to be
great direction.
Yeah, we need great direction. I think it definitely needs to focus on the character-driven.
Because that's how the original TV shows it. It is very, very character-driven. Every character has a moment. Every character gets their time in the spotlight, so to say. Everyone is characterized. Yes, it's world building.
I think the film paid too much attention to action.
It wasn't even good action. When the rock benders are lifting up a pebble, it's not interesting. I also just said rock benders. I meant earth.
Wow.
But see, that's basically what they lifted, just rocks. They didn't move the earth. They didn't shake the earth. That was not impressive.
No. And the film didn't shake the earth either.
Yeah, exactly. I want to see like literal groundbreaking in the sense of the earthbenders, but just like a groundbreaking experience. And I trust
Last
Netflix
Jedi
with that.
Rey moving the rocks was like vastly better.
Yes, than the entire movie.
Then that's sad.
But yes, I trust Netflix. They've got a good handful of originals. They're really hitting their stride.
They've done some great.
I mean, that's why as long as they get a good director, I'm totally
we won't talk about the Death Note situation, but
that's true.
Other than that, they've done some great live action adaptations.
Avatar is such a big cult following.
It really does.
I think they realize that and know that we need to get a good team on this. Otherwise,
or else
people are going to be very disappointed.
Because it's something that people have wanted to see for a long time.
Yeah,
a
since
decent
the original
live
TV
action.
show.
Yeah.
And since the movie.
Do you think that they would do it for Korra?
I don't believe so.
I don't think
honestly.
so.
As good as the Korra TV show was.
But I wouldn't be surprised that if the Netflix series is popular enough that they would be like, Korra?
I think
Let's
they would
go.
continue the Avatar one before going through Korra.
I think they would definitely get it to a good end and before, But
I think
wouldn't be surprised
years
if they
and
go,
years in advance
when
before
we're
we
like older, like
get Korra.
Korra's coming. We're excited, and then Jackie will run across or attempt to run across the stage again.
Long ways in the future.
Long ways, but anyway, well. That's it for this week's Nerd Portal. Be sure to check out PopNerdTV.com for articles, reviews, and more. And also, be sure to subscribe to the PopNerdTV YouTube channel and support us on Patreon and Teespring. I'm Cierra Caballera with
Braeden Langlois.
And we will see you next week. We're a very friendly set. No. Do not say help to that camera.
Didn't say help.